So pretty much it's this thing. It says Gen Z creator calls out millennials, instantly regrets it. So I felt this was interesting. I kind of wanted to go over this with y'all. Let me know what y'all think, because I know I got like some some Gen X's out there, some boomers and all that other stuff, on the outside looking in. I'll be wondering how y'all feel about stuff like this.
Did not exist how much we went into that store. So much body glitter, we blind your ass. I use so much cucumber melon body spray, I got a garden down there now. Twisted my damn ankle
It's
on
crazy.
platform sandals, whale tail for days. Fleece from Old Navy,
Whale
so
tail.
performative, it was like a Broadway show. We were daring, we were weird, we did animal print all over this bitch.
You're trying to do crazy stuff on the internet to go viral on TikTok. Meanwhile, we were risking jail time with our bootleg CDs that we downloaded, risking our home computers with viruses to get music off of LimeWire. You will never know.
Shouts to LimeWire, man. Shouts to LimeWire. That's my go-to right there. I wasn't really a Napster person. I was more or less like a LimeWire person.
The slap of Radio Jungle.
This creator came online to say that a Gen Z need to start a boot camp to teach millennials social media etiquette, what to do and what not to do.
Oh, wow.
They need to learn from the Gen Zs. And millennials came and said, hold your horses. Who are you talking to? Who do you think you are? We are the blueprint for social media. We started this. We run so you can walk. From trends to music to
I think it's time somebody start this series called Millennial Boot Camp, where I, a Gen Z, tell you what we're doing, what we're not doing, social media etiquette.
Oh, so they're trying to define what cool is. I see what's going on. They're trying to, all right, so Gen Z's trying to define to the millennials what cool is. And millennials are like, nah, we was doing this before y'all even thought of it being cool. But yeah, okay, I see what she's saying. Okay.
Lady, I was
I'm gonna try to stay as unbiased as possible. I know it's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna see.
You what we're doing, what we're not doing, social media etiquette.
Lady, I was coding the theme and layout of my MySpace page before you existed. I have YouTube videos.
Shouts to MySpace, man. Like, we were coding before coding was cool, man. We was doing the MySpace joints. Even if you had that friend that knew how to code, but then you also had that friend, that knew how to just get you to copy and paste. You know what I'm saying? Let's say they can make your joint, they'll kind of cut it up real nice and everything, and then you copy and you paste it, and then you do it that way. That right there, man. I remember that.
Page before you existed. I have YouTube videos that are older than you. I joined Instagram 16 years ago. The most ByteDance shares owned by one person, he's 43. And need I remind you that Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook and Instagram, is 41. We don't live in your world. You, quite literally, live in ours.
Okay, have you seen the little girl on TikTok who's over here lecturing millennials about how they don't know how to do social media and
they're destroying her right now, man. They're destroying her, man.
Wants to send us to boot camp? Okay, first of all, get a nice warm glass of oat milk and sit down. Little girl, we need to have a talk. We millennials, we birthed social media with our founding father, Tom. We didn't even know who.
Shouts to Tom, man. Tom was your friend on Facebook that was always there, man. Salute to Tom, dog. Like, where's Tom when you need him? And was this something about him talking? No, it wasn't about him buying Facebook. He was about to do something. I forgot. Tom, it got mentioned again. He was like in the algorithm for a little bit. I forgot what it was all about. But yeah, salute to Tom, man. Your first friend on, like, and he stayed. I think he stayed in like your top 5, top 10 or something like that. Tom was always your first friend.
He was, but we were friends with him. And terrifyingly, a lot of other older men on the internet as well talk about ASL. But anyway, we were out here coding our MySpace profiles before your parents even coded your DNA. And our MySpace was like the Hunger Games. If you didn't survive our top 8, you...
Come on, man. Top 8, top 5, top 20, all that stuff, man. Then you could code and even have more than 8 up here. But it's like, if you were removed from that top 8, dog, or that top 5 or that top 10, dog. Even people was beefing over the rows, man. You could go from one row to the other row and people was beefing about it. That joint was crazy back in the day.
We're a loser. And guess what? The whole world knew about it. There was no speculation over Alex Earl or Alex Cooper. Everybody knew your beef. Tila Tequila was our Tate McRae.
Come on, man. Tila Tequila. Shouts to Tila Tequila.
Baby, we ran so you could crawl. You wouldn't know how to code a profile if TikTok tried to teach you. IMG space SRC equals quotation mark. Does that mean nothing to you? We put Facebook on the map with the 2 army hammers. We invented what's on your mind. You're trying to do crazy stuff on the internet to go viral on TikTok. Meanwhile, we were risking jail time with our bootleg CDs that we downloaded, risking our home computers with viruses to get music off of LimeWire.
That's a fact right there, man. I still got my old iPod, man. I got it right here actually. This thing right here saved me, man. This iPod right here saved me. This saved my life. I use Music Rescue to get some stuff off of this to put it onto this older computer. But yeah, man, I used to have all my music, and it still works too, y'all. The joint still works. You don't believe me? Watch. Look at this. Joint still works. I even got my charger still. Boy, it probably needs to be charged. Dang, the battery died already. Dang, I gotta charge it again, y'all. Dang, I had it working. I was even listening to this music with my kids. Well, I guess it ain't working right now, man. My wife, she got like 3 of her old ones. But yeah, man, shouts to the iPod, man. All that stuff went to my computer and I put it on my iPod.
You will never know the slap of Radio Jungle. You cry when a video load and go rant about it on X. Meanwhile, we were testing our endurance trying to connect to the internet on dial-up, praying that nobody had to use the phone. So don't ever lecture us about the interwebs, okay? If anything, we should be sending you to boot camp. And the only way you're allowed to communicate is with the flip phone and T9. When you sitting there
I got my flip phone too, y'all. I tried, man. I tried to get my flip phone to work, but it's not working. I even went on eBay, got a charger for it, man. Come on, man. My joint right here, man, from back in the day, dog. And then it's like, oh, man. It's like, it didn't work. I got a new battery off eBay, all that stuff, hoping to get this thing to turn on, and it still won't turn on. Sad.
type like it's Morse code. We didn't have 2 hands. It was 1 hand. You were like, and if you were in school, you were under the desk like you were riding a joystick. We made social media, okay? So sit down, little girl. Okay, serious question for all the millennials, but where were our parents? I just want to say my last video was a banger. I was dropping deep cuts. Like, honestly, where were our parents? We were out here running around the internet before the internet even had rules. There were no safety protections. To us, if it had a parental advisory sign, we liked it.
All right. You saw a parental advisory, man. You clicked on that shit. You didn't even, that was the go-to right there, man. You see parental advisory, that means no, don't go get a parent. This is for you.
Parentals had no advisories. Like, if you can't tell me what 32/M/SoCal means, don't even look at me. We were like 9 years old being like, I ain't trying to fuck your man. Everybody know he my #1 fan. At 13, we were like, all my stripper friends, all my ex-boyfriends. You think a Sydney Sweeney jeans ad is controversial? Baby, we were shamed every time we walked into a Hollister. And let me tell you, you could smell that shame down the mall. You were conflicted between the smell of a Wetzel's pretzel and an Abercrombie XS.
See, we didn't have like the, we say, what was that joint? Expo Crisp Wetzel's pretzels. Yeah, we ain't had that out here, man. We had Auntie Anne's. Auntie Anne's pretzels was king out here. Wetzel's, we didn't have. If we had Wetzel's, I ain't know nothing about it, man. But I know we had Auntie Anne's out here. Auntie Anne's was serious.
Wetzel's pretzel and an Abercrombie XS. Now you have to turn off your comments. Meanwhile, we had Hot or Not. We had the Next bus.
Yo, Next was the shit, man. Hot or Not. What, Date Your Mom and all that other stuff. Yo, man, we had some Yo, MTV was on fire, bro. And then BET at 106 in Park, and then VH1 later on, they started doing the reality shows with like Flavor of Love and all that stuff, and I Love New York, you know, Rock of Love, and they just came with the, yo, man, it was lit, man. It was lit as hell.
We had Is Anyone Up? Now that is a deep cut. We invented revenge porn. The laws you have now are because of...
I didn't indulge in that. I wasn't even part of that right there. That was wild. I heard of it, but I never even cared enough to even go figure out what it was.
What we endured. We had the FBI on our necks just for trying to illegally download some Ashley Simpson before the lip-syncing scandal. You think Taylor Frankie Paul was a risky choice? We had Tila Tequila making out with men and women all vying for a shot at love. So do not lecture me about gay rights, because before your pronouns, we had slurs. Slurs that actually meant...
All right, hold on. We're not we get to that, but I don't know where he's going with this, man. Hold on.
Pumpkin. We didn't know where...
Oh yeah, now we're talking about Flavor of Love.
Our legends. You know Tiffany Pollard, the meme. We know Tiffany Pollard when she was New York versus Pumpkin. We didn't know where our daddies were, but we were just fine being raised by Jerry. We were out here watching all sorts of smut, doing bath salts and eating people's face.
I feel like now we're getting away from the point. All right, let's see what someone else has to say. I can tell he's passionate about this.
This girl in the video that she posted about millennials having to take a social media boot camp.
I think it's time somebody start this series called Millennial Boot Camp, where I, a Gen Z, tell you what we're doing, what we're not.
So wait, a Gen Z trying to teach millennials social media? Be so for real right now. We did not just use social media.
And what's so crazy about that is like, you know, a Gen Z trying to tell millennials how to do like social media and all that stuff was created by millennials. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how are you going to tell us how to do it? I mean, I understand like trends come and go and all that other stuff. I get it. But yeah, that's kind of somebody should have told her before she uploaded that. You know how it is when you got like a lot of clout on your page and everything, people are gonna, you can't be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the people on their page gassed their head up, so and maybe that's the reason why she felt the need to drop that.
We built it. Before your Canva aesthetically pleasing templates, we were literally coding MySpace pages from scratch. We had HTML codes, we had broken layouts, we
Facts.
had vibes. If one of us like actually misspelled a word or didn't put a bracket where it needed to go, our entire MySpace page ended up looking like a damn crime scene.
That's a fact right there when it comes to the coding. And then also, man, I remember how lit it was when you was able to get your MySpace page to actually have like, stuff coming down. Cause I had my joint had like blood dripping like from the background and all that shit. The shit was hard. I was like, yo, this is fire, man. But when you went to certain people's pages, because like the RAM in your computer and everything and your graphics, it's like if somebody had a lot going on their page, sometimes their shit wouldn't even load. It'll just be their picture and their friends. And it wouldn't even load. It'll just sit there. And you're like, yo, all right, what's going on? Or it will like actually freeze your computer. You're trying to scroll to see if you in the top 10, the top 8, the top 20. And it's like it just starts to kind of freeze. It's like people was putting people's computers through punishment, man. The internet was not ready for it.
You guys have clean downloads. We had LimeWire, we had Napster, we had Kazaa. You don't
Kazaa.
know the kind of fear that you will feel when your family computer literally starts screaming at you because you downloaded one song. And that one song gave your family computer an entire virus. You guys had iPhone 12s. I had a phone that was the size of a brick that could.
She said an iPhone 12. Nah, man. Yo, oh, you talking about them? Yeah. I mean, she could have went. I mean, the Nokias before it, but you had the when the iPhone first came out. You know what I'm saying? You had the 3, you had the 3G, the 3GS, and all that stuff. Like when the iPhones first came out, and they're talking about the 12. So it's like we was doing stuff on them joints like way before then.
That was the size of a brick that could survive any kind of car accident or even being thrown off a 5-story building. And don't get me started on T9 texting. I would have my phone in my pocket and I would be sending an entire text message without even looking. Like I was.
That right there was the shit, especially like what the dude was talking about in class, man. You'll be able to, because you can't, a lot of schools you couldn't have your phone in class, so you'll be down there texting underneath the desk and everything, or like she's saying, you'll be texting in your pocket, or like you'll have my main go-to is my book bag. I act like I'm looking for something in my book bag, and I'll be like texting the whole time because that message had to get sent off. And then even with like when I ended up getting this phone, like the message will pop up here, so I wouldn't even have to open it up. You know what I'm saying? Or just read some of it, open it up, but won't have to look. So yeah, craziness, man.
Fucking training for the Olympics. I was so good at it. On my way, took 47 clicks and a prayer. And you want to talk content strategy? We were ranking our top 8 friends on MySpace like emotional warfare. Like it was a hobby. You also didn't grow up with Tom overlooking everything, all of your profile decisions.
Yep.
I mean, that man saw everything.
He did.
Oh.
And ain't do shit about it. He saw it all and ain't do nothing. Tom, you never heard nobody talking about their MySpace getting taken down or something like that. Well, at least I don't, man. Because we was putting some crazy stuff on MySpace, bro. Crazy. And it wasn't even getting taken down. You had people, you just had a lot of crazy stuff. I didn't go get into it. You had a lot of crazy stuff going on MySpace.
And he was a millennial. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, millennial. We were in chat rooms talking to random people before a DM was even a thing. I mean, ASL, don't even get me started.
Bruh. I remember me and my brother was in a chat room, and that right there was so crazy. It was so dark. It was so dark. And more than likely, all those people in those chat rooms are probably people our age trying to pretend to be older than what they was. I remember that. It was a dark world out there. I was like, yo, what is all this stuff, man? You know what I'm saying? Over there asking, yeah, ASL, age, sex, and location. That's what it is. They'll just put that up there. You're like, hey, how you doing? ASL. And it's like, whoa, age, sex, and location. So of course people will lie about their age. Sometimes they'll lie about their sex. And then if you were smart, you will lie about your location, if you want to be safe.
You might be good at social media, but really, we're the reason why it exists. I really respect you, Gen Z.
I do
Truly,
too.
I do. You guys are actually very creative.
Yo, I rock with Gen Z hard, man. That's why with this right here, I'm trying to make this as unbiased as possible, but I'm trying to keep it real. Cause Gen Z, of course, like we can learn from Gen Z. We can all learn from each other, but trying to discredit the other one, then it's like, all right, cool. Cause Gen Z could be like, well, y'all don't know what's going on right now, like in the trending stuff, because like our culture, like we're watching everything that's trending. You guys aren't doing that. You guys are kind of little in the past, but it's like, we know the building blocks and everything. We can learn from each other, you know what I'm saying? We teach y'all stuff, y'all can teach us stuff. But shouts to Gen Z, man.
But millennials, we are the goats of social media. We built the playground that you are playing on.
And then on top of that, back in the day, man, like recording fights and all that, recording fights, like before World Star was a thing, we would record fights on our phone. And then when World Star came out, people would upload those fights to World Star and then they'll go viral. Salute to the homie Biscuit, man. He got a fight with with the homie Hosler. They got one that goes like viral every year, man. Every single year they're fighting everything. It's a very cringing fight, man. There's some wild stuff that happens in that fight, but it took place over there out on six courts out there out Alexandria and everything. And they was like scrapping and all that. It was crazy. Yeah, when I was going on, I was living in Carolina because I was wondering why I wasn't out there, but it's because I was living in Carolina.
And don't forget that. Good luck.
I
out
was
there.
coding my MySpace page while my parents were buying a one-way ticket to fucking Splitsville in the other room before
Damn.
I was 13 years old. You people can't send a fucking email without using ChatGPT, and you're what, 25? Who the fuck do you think you're talking
Damn, man, she came out here swinging. Yeah, she came out here swinging, dog. Oh my goodness.
to? I am the internet. Another time, LimeWire physically came to my house with a cease and desist. They said,
Oh,
if
shit.
you keep downloading fucking music illegally, we're going to fucking sue you. I want to see one of you try and fucking text your mother.
I don't know how valid that is. You said LimeWire came to your house and said they're going to sue you for downloading illegal music. The platform that you download the music off of is LimeWire. So if LimeWire is giving up the free music, why would it come to you and say stop downloading illegal music? I don't know about that, man. I can't really co-sign that because I could see like and it was so many people doing it. I don't see nobody coming to your house and saying that to you. You know what I'm saying? I just don't.
using ChatGPT, and you're what, 25? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I am the internet. Another time, LimeWire physically came to my house with a cease and desist. They said, if you keep downloading fucking music illegally, we're going to fucking sue you. I want to see one of you try and fucking text your mother. Somebody from LimeWire is here at the house, wanting to send you to jail. I've never heard of them before, using Tina.
I think that right there, I think that's kind of like a stretch. I don't think that really happened.
Somebody from LimeWire is here at the house, wanting to send you to jail. I've never heard of them before, using T9. I will not hold my breath,
Shouts
though,
to
because I'll
T9.
fucking die. And not for nothing, the fact that I've been chronically online since, what, 05 and still have a better grasp of reality than most of you do, that's sad. That's
A
really
Gen Z
sad.
girl came on here and said millennial needs boot
She said chronically been online since '05. I thought we was outside before that, man.
camp for internet etiquette. So let's continue this conversation. We used to store our photos in something called Photo Bucket. Taught ourselves how to edit photos on Photoshop. Let me remind you about Neopets. These pets were hungry, starving, but when you try to feed them something, they have the audacity to be picky about it. So
That's
I'm
a
like, you
fact.
know what? Just start. Y'all wouldn't even survive having a MySpace because y'all will be fighting. That you guys have to pick and choose who's your top 4, top 8, or whatever. I bet you y'all friendship is gonna fall apart real fast. Remember Word Doc?
Yo, a lot of people's did, man. It'd be all weird when you come to school and everything. You like put somebody, you drop somebody in your top. So let's say like you don't say you got a girl you talking to and everything. Then you got your homies over there in your top 8, and you're like, dang, man. Girl said, put me in your top 8 to let me know it's real. And you over there looking at your friends, and you're like, dang, man, when y'all gotta go? Because Tom won't go nowhere. So you're looking, you're like, dang, man, when y'all gotta go? So you look at the one that ain't really been on MySpace like that, like, yo, I don't really be playing on the internet. And then you just remove them real cool. Then you put the shorty in there, and it's like, all right, it's real. You're in my top 8. Man, you go to school, your homie's like, hey, bro, so I ain't in your top 8 no more. Who's this girl? And you're like, oh man, yo, that was an accident, bro. I messed it up. I was over there just trying to code, and you know, say you got caught with a lie and everything, and it'll start a problem, man. Having to choose over your homeboys, it was real.
Document and the little paperclip, yeah, he was always there. What happened to him? Have is so easy. We have to wait until after 9 p.m. to talk to our friends because minutes were not included.
So now that's another thing that was innovative. When it came to she said wait until after 9. That's a fact right there. You couldn't, like, your minutes were for now we got unlimited minutes all the time and unlimited text. And the internet used to cost money individually. Like you had a crazy charge if you accidentally even connected to the internet for like 2 seconds. And then on top of that, you had the what was she talking about? Dang man, hold on, let me go back. My brain just went everywhere.
And the little paperclip, yeah, he was always there.
Shout
What
out to
happened to
him.
him? Have is so easy. We have to wait until after 9 p.m. to talk.
My bad. So after 9 o'clock, when they innovated it to being after 7, that's when it got real. Like I feel like the world changed when minutes were free after 7. It was over. Everybody's phone was dying. You had to keep a charger with you and everything because when nobody talking on the phone, everybody was texting. You know what I'm saying? And then they even charge you for texting. So then you had this thing, these plans, unlimited text or like 1,000 text messages, and you get charged more. It was wild.
To our friends because minutes were not included. As I mentioned about texting too. Texting were like 25 cents per text and we had to keep it short. That's why we invented the acronyms, like I mentioned. Tumblr was our Twitter. I read somewhere in another video in the comment section, it says we invented cyberbullying. So y'all lucky we grown. We tired. We just want to relax.
That right there that's true, man. We did invent cyberbullying. And then also, man, when we talk about just different stuff, man, you talk about them Halo and them Call of Duty lobbies, man. Whether you were black or not, you was getting called the N-word, whether you were black or not. Period. If you had any type of southern draw to you and you didn't sound like you was like redneckish, like they would just automatically call you like the N-word. My homeboy Mike, man, he Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying? He from the Bronx, but when he was talking, everybody thought he was black. And he had to keep telling, I'm not even black, I'm not even black. They're like, well, stop trying to act like it. And it's like, what are you talking about, man? It was crazy, man. Nobody was safe.
Stop obsessing over us. Them low-rise jeans, that's us. The glitter, that's us. The tramp stamp, that's us. I hated those chain mail. It was like, send this to 10 friends or your mom's gonna die. Like, what the?
Now that right there, yeah, the chain mails and all that stuff and the chain messages. Now you got them on Facebook. You know, on Facebook they be doing that'll be like a long message, send this to somebody, or you know, God doesn't love you. It's like, come on, bro, stop it.
Fuck, I hate that. Y'all bringing that shit back? That was us too. And in conclusion, you guys did not invent anything. You guys just simply copied us.
Gen Z are top 3 insufferable people to exist on this app, and I have.
Damn. I ain't take it that far, but yeah, she straight to it, man. All right, well, talk about it, man. Talk about it. Well, let's let her finish that. Then we'll go back to him.
Simply copied
Gen
us.
Z are top 3 insufferable people to exist on this app, and I have never seen a generation so obsessed with the previous generation.
Okay, I think it's time somebody start this series called Millennial Boot Camp, where I, a Gen Z, tell you what we're doing, what we're not doing, social media etiquette.
What? We were growing up. When millennials were growing up, I didn't give 2 shits about what Gen X was doing. I definitely didn't give a fuck about what the baby boomers was doing.
Right? We didn't care.
But why do y'all care so much about what millennials are doing? Because how dare you ever come on the internet and say you're going to teach millennials social media etiquette? Y'all don't even have etiquette in real life.
I feel like millennials are like cringy and like lack self-awareness.
And seeing how you guys are the first generation that are not smarter than your parents, you guys are actually dumber than a generation before you, this take makes sense. I don't want to hear from anyone who is younger than Google. If you don't know what Friendster is, if you weren't around for when Facebook had to have a .edu email for you to join social media, I don't want to hear you talk about social media etiquette. We literally invented social media etiquette. I was on social media before social media even had photos. We used to just upload our digital camera up to a Facebook album, and we didn't give a fuck what was shown. We were coding, baby.
I forgot all about that shit right there. That's wow, man. Before they even really implemented the pictures and everything, you just kind of dumped the camera up there and everything just went up there. Crazy.
Facebook album, and we didn't give a fuck what was shown. We were coding, babe. I was coding when I was 21. On MySpace, you had to be able to code. You guys can't even read. We were coding on social media. So the gall of you to tell us what we need to be doing.
I've come to the conclusion that millennials are low-key the lamest generation out there. Because think about it. When Gen Z is on vacation...
Is he read? I hope he's reading. I hope he's not really saying this. I hope he's reading to respond.
We post pics of clubs. When millennials are on vacation, they post pictures of their food. I mean, even boomers are cooler. They won world wars.
You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up.
You guys are so
Oh, he was
boomer coded. It's insufferable. Like, it's really insane the takes that you guys have. We don't need to be posting photos of us in the club, bro, because we're all 32 to 40 years old. You should be.
That hurts right there, man. That hurts. But yeah, the club phase is over with, man, for us at least. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then on top of that, you got and then if you're into something illegal, you over there in the club taking pictures, and all they gotta do is follow the breadcrumbs on your social media account to figure out what's going on with you. I mean, look at Dirk and other people that are locked up, bro. It's like, come on, man. It's like you gotta, it's like, it's that balance of like privacy as well. You know what I'm saying? Like our whole life, millennials, like we don't want to, and then everybody before us too, like we don't want our whole life on social media. And it seems like with Gen Z, a lot of them, I ain't gonna say all of them because I know a lot of them that don't, but a lot of them put their whole life on social media. You know, only the good parts though, not everything. Nah, but there are some that go up there and they're crying and everything, talking about what's going on in the world today. So there are people that do it all, but yeah, like that ain't really a thing from us. I can't speak on all millennials because some millennials are like the oldest YNs ever. So yeah.
Be posting in the club. I'm on my holiday, enjoying my fucking holiday. But you know what we did for 10 years? I posted every single image in my phone of me in the club. And we're the last generation to actually go out and live life without having to film everything. You guys are actually really fucking dumb. And it's the fact that you guys aren't drinking and you aren't having sex and you aren't living your life because you have a fear of being filmed every day.
That is crazy, man. That's a kind of a crazy life to have.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know. I've never understood the thought of being obsessed with the generation that you copy everything from. You copy everything we do. You dress like us from 15 years ago. You use all of our slang the incorrect.
That's crazy. You dress like us from 15 years ago. That's crazy. Like just the way styles be coming back.
15 years ago, you use all of our slang the incorrect way, especially black slang, AAVE, and you're trying to distance yourself from us by lying and saying you aren't, that we're lame and you're not. You guys are fucking losers. My advice to you would be go out, live your life, be young, don't care about what we got going on.
That's a fact.
Create your own things, your own trends, your own lingo, your own everything, and go out and have fun. These videos are actually really fucking sad. Wow. You're gonna teach the people who created social media how to use social media. We've invented cyberbullying. But trust me, you don't want that smoke. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, I haven't seen that post about the
I mean, I can't wait for that new scary movie joint to come out.
Gen Zer who basically said that all millennials need to get into a boot camp and she gonna basically host it so she could tell us what to post and what not to post on these apps. Yeah, post was taken down because the millennials of all ages basically hopped on that shit and said, baby girl, you don't even know time. Anyway, I was on that post looking at the comment section, and the funniest shit I seen was somebody said, we used to rank our friends publicly.
That's a fact.
If that...
I mean, no disrespect to her, but how much, like, lip gloss is she gonna put on throughout the video? Maybe that's her thing, though.
Wasn't the era of social media. I mean, it's like, we were really cutthroat. Millennials are the reason why that there's rules to social media right now. The fact that we would literally know we even got cheated on based off our MySpace top 5. Baby, you go right on your MySpace page and change your song, because what? Craziest shit is, y'all, millennials are really like the people on social media that I feel we don't even really be doing too much. We don't even...
That right there is real though, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that, like breakups and all that stuff, you'll put like music up there, especially when you learn how to put music on MySpace. You'll put music up there on how you're feeling. If you fell in love with somebody, you got like, you know what I'm saying? Some songs up there, like some love songs. If you like feel like a rebel, you got like some dark shit played. It was dope, man.
Go right on your MySpace page and change your song, because what? Craziest shit is, y'all, millennials are really like the people on social media that I feel we don't even really be doing too much. We don't even do enough. Actually, we just be chilling. We just be watching because honestly, we tired. We really is tired. But it be people like her who come for us. And then I read comments like this and remember who we really are. Baby, ranking your friends top 5, you knew you and your friend was beefing when you went from number 1 to 2 real fast. Touch out to get in the comment section, but I thought that shit was so funny because damn, life was so simple. We were so messy. Shady as fuck is what we were. But I wouldn't be any other generation but a millennial.
I literally can't believe
Oh shit.
the way that millennial boot camp girl tried to come for us.
Yeah, they killing her right now. What up, Tresses? What's good, man? How you doing? I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Over here chilling, man. Watching this video right here. Hope all is well with you, bro. Appreciate you as always.
I'm fucking crying right now. Oh my god. Oh my god.
God, let this be a lesson. For the rest of you, let this be a lesson. Don't fuck with millennials, okay? Don't fuck with us. Have a nice day. She thought it was okay to go for us.
Now this right here is just too extra. Now you're just trying to go for clicks. Like that's the stuff right there that make me like, all right, man, okay. I'm a millennial too, but it's like, man, you ain't gotta do all that, man. That kind of makes it corny.
We don't need a social media etiquette from you or any generation for that matter. We are actually the blueprint, but you guys also contributed making this whole internet platform and this whole modern culture thing more redefined and more refined and more not sophisticated, because we are very sophisticated, but you guys made it more edgy, if that's that's the right word.
Yeah, what she's trying to say is like, they put like Gen Z like push the limits and the boundaries more than we did. So that's what I believe that's what she's trying to say.
So I think we all
We can learn from each other.
contributed. We are all still contributing because evolution is still going on. The next generation will come and will also contribute to something new. So I don't know, but this is just so funny to me, and I don't know why Gen Zs are always have something to say about millennials. What did we do?
Exactly.
What did we do? Anyways, let me know what you think
here.
about this story down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you.
Well, Larami Travel, salute to her. That was her video and everything. I gotta look up what are my kids? I know they got all these different words, all these different meanings, all these different things. I'm trying to figure out what my kids are. Like, what generation are they? What generation is 2017? This is Gen Alpha. All right, so I believe Gen Alpha is between 2013 and 2025. I believe that Gen Alpha is going to be the ones to save the day when they get older, man. Because what I noticed with my kids and then like the trends and all that stuff, I feel like and it could just be me because my kids are Gen Alphas. I just believe that they're they're a good mix between like Gen Z and millennials and boomers. It's like they know a lot. They're like taking stuff from all of us, so that's just me. I believe they're gonna save the day, man. And like I said, it could be biased because my because they're my kids and everything, and I see them all the time. It could be that, but I believe they're gonna be the ones to save the day. They seem like they're easier to talk to about stuff. So, salute to them.